All right, welcome back to Mark B Television, everyone. I'm here with Erica.
Hi.
How are you, Erica?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So there's 20 questions, no right or wrong answers, all about your opinion, Erica. Straight from the heart, whatever you think. Here we go then. When you're in the back of a taxi or Uber, do you speak to the driver or just go on your phone and stay quiet?
I normally speak to the Uber and then offer them a McDonald's.
Really?
Yeah.
That's nice,
They always go for a fillet fish.
Do you get talkative drivers then, or do you just get people to stay quiet?
A bit of both.
You've been getting a bit of both?
Yeah, the talkative ones normally tell me about the life and I enjoy it.
Do they?
Yeah.
And you're always first to start the conversation with?
Yeah, always.
That's nice. You're a sociable person. Do you use self-service checkouts or do you go to the man or woman behind the counter, Erica?
Depends on the queue, if I've got a basket full of stuff and I only go to the person doing it so I can bag it and get out of there.
Yeah. Have you seen the people I think Aldi and Lidl's known for, they just sort of throw it at you?
Yeah, I tell them to wait.
Do you?
Yeah.
Put your foot down?
Yeah, of course I do.
Alright, because it can get a bit crazy, can't it?
Yeah.
It's like you can only pack so fast, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you're walking down the stairs and someone is walking up on the same side as you, do you move or do you wait for them to move and hold your ground?
Oh no, if someone's coming up the stairs, it's bad luck to cross the stairs,
Oh,
so
they
I'll
say
wait.
that, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you wait for them and, alright, that's great.
Yeah.
Do you think dreams mean anything, Erica?
Absolutely, yeah.
Please tell us more.
I have them all the time. I've had them since I was a kid. I always remember them.
Some people don't remember them.
No, they don't, which is I find it very strange because I wake up and I know exactly what's happening and I sit there thinking, what the hell just happened?
Do you?
Yeah.
I get a lot of people saying that they Google their dreams to find out what they mean. Are you a Googler?
Yeah. Yeah.
And what tends to happen when you Google? Are you happy with the results or what?
It depends. Sometimes it says that I'm stuck in life and it's a sign that I need to move. So I'm like, move where though, you know?
Yeah.
So I anticipate the next dream and I'm like, tell me in this one.
But before we came on, you told me a bit about your job and you got this hobby of taking pictures and that. So doesn't that mean that you've already chosen the path you want to go down?
I get bored of hobbies quite quickly. And not on purpose. I just need to be doing a bit of everything when I feel like it. Yeah.
So you feel like our dreams are trying to tell us something?
Yeah, definitely. It's your subconscious mind, and
it is.
Yeah.
And it's trying to guide you.
Yeah, or warn you.
I was going to say, do you think it's trying to warn us about certain things?
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think déjà vu is? Has anyone ever figured out what that is?
Funny question, because I've had déjà vu where it's actually happened in my dream and I remember the dream and then it's happened and I sit there and I think, whoa.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't tell people because they think you're crazy if you do. Do you not think?
I don't think I've ever had a dream and then it's actually happened as déjà vu. So that's interesting that that's happened to you.
Yeah.
I mean, how often does that happen to you?
It's happened twice that I can count.
Really?
Yeah. And it's people that I've never met before and it's happened and I'm like, I have to really sit and think about it.
And are you comfortable saying what happened? Was it someone coming to speak to you out the blue and things like that?
Literally, or a situation that I've been sat in, or like I've been sat in traffic and somebody's walked past, or like drove. I can't really remember the exact point, but yeah. And I thought, oh my god, that's weird.
Wow. And do you ever just chase the person and say, hold on a minute, you was in my dream, aren't you supposed to tell me something? Do you ever feel like doing that?
No.
We'll do that next time. And then tell me what
I think I'm crazy, or like a really crap shout line. I've seen you in my dreams.
All right, that's interesting though, really interesting. I've never heard anyone say that they've had a dream and actually it's happened, you know. That's wild.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a ghost or had any sort of spooky encounters?
Yeah, so when I was a kid, they're like, terrible, but I started smoking when I was in high school, you know, it's cool and whatever.
Behind the bag sheds.
Yeah, well, yeah. But one day, so where I grew up, there was like a field and it got nicknamed Devil's Elbow. I'm still not sure to this day
Devil's
why.
Elbow?
Yeah. And my house was facing this path that leads up to Devil's Elbow, and I thought, oh, do you know what, I'm going to have a sneaky cigarette while everyone's in bed.
Yeah.
So I hung out my window smoking, and this girl, she looked like she was off The Ring, she was in a white dress,
really?
black hair, honestly, if you've ever seen anything weird, your body freezes.
Yeah.
So I was stuck hanging out my window and my hands were getting sweaty and I almost fell out the window just watching her, and I just waited till she walked past the house and I ran to my sister to wake up and I was like, please come and look at what I've just seen, because nobody could believe me. So she'd come to the window but she refused to open her eyes. She was like, I'm scared. So I've got that's a form of proof that I did see that, but that was weird.
So hold on, let's just rewind a little bit. You was in your house, was you? In your bedroom. You opened the window. You have a sneaky little cigarette at night, trying not to get caught. And where did you see the ring go?
Walking from Devil's Elbow.
Really?
And it's just a field. It's just a derelict field. And there was absolutely no explanation. I don't live near any mental asylums. No, nothing.
And you know, I'm honestly not taking a piss, but you weren't like on drugs or anything.
No.
Just
I didn't really know about them back then. Seen much worse on that. I'm joking.
And how big was the ghost? It must have been quite big for you to see it from far away.
It was more of a person. I couldn't see her face, but she was literally, the only way I can describe her as a girl off the ring.
Yeah.
But I couldn't see her face.
With the long black hair.
Long black hair.
And a white little dress.
White dress, yeah. Yeah, it was actually, I admitted to my mum the next day that I smoked, and just because I needed to tell her, she didn't believe me, and I got a bollocking for smoking, so.
Now, did you sense that the ghost was like walking towards you or anything like that?
No, just past the house. Do you know, to this day I still won't look out that window at night.
Because of that experience?
Yeah, it freaks me out.
Well, that is such a wild story.
Yeah.
Have you had anything else since then?
No.
I was going to say, with this, you know, with the dreams that you have, I just wondered if you might have more things like that.
No, I don't, you know.
All right, we'll just move location there because someone was on the phone, and you know, so let's keep it going. Have you ever stayed in a tent or a caravan, Erica?
A caravan, and I've never stayed in a tent, but caravans, it's a funny one because if I can't sleep, I imagine I'm asleep in a caravan and it's raining.
Oh yeah, no, that works.
It really works.
Yeah. Do you watch like those relaxation videos on YouTube and all that? For like
rain pattern.
Yeah, you watch
I'm in a caravan. Yeah, and it's windy.
So did you say you actually have stayed in a tent or caravan?
Caravan, yeah.
And how was that?
Yeah.
You've got a story you don't want to tell, haven't you?
No, just like pontins and stuff growing up. Nothing too exciting. I mean, what's caravan and exciting don't really go in the same sentence, do they?
Not really, no. Not really, no. So with that said, let's move on.
Yeah.
Does it bother you when people put their phone on loudspeaker and speak loud and you hear both sides of the conversation?
I'd rather hear the conversation. I'm nosy.
You know what? I get so many women saying that.
What
are you wanting them to say?
I don't know. I want to throw a bit of advice in there. If you're having
you?
an argument with your girlfriend, you're on the tram, I'm like, tell her.
Would you step in if she said something that you thought you could help out with?
Absolutely not. No, I'd
right.
probably wait till he put the phone down. Yeah.
This one's deep, Erica, but maybe you can handle
Okay.
it. If someone kills a burglar defending a property, do you think they should go to prison? I told you it was deep.
I don't condone killing animals.
No, not animals, a burglar.
Oh, a burglar. I thought you said a bird.
Oh, no,
and then like, poor thing. A burglar.
A burglar, yeah.
Oh, that completely depends on if they were life-threatening. If somebody broke into my house with a knife, I'd definitely defend myself, whatever the outcome may be, yeah.
That's the most general answer I'm getting. I've also had people say it depends on how desperate they are. If they were just nicking like a TV, maybe they wouldn't.
I'd offer them some lunch. You know, sit down, I'll make you a bro, we'll talk about it. You've got options, you know.
So you offer taxi drivers McDonald's and burglars a bit of lunch.
A bro, yeah.
That's nice. And speaking of food, Erica, favourite condiment? If you had a plate of chips in front of you, you could only put one
mayo.
thing on. Mayonnaise. Now, what else would you put mayonnaise on a kebab? Do you ever done a kebab?
I've actually cut out like crap food, so I'm trying to eat healthy, so I've not been dabbling with mayonnaise for a while, but it would be mayo. Mayo, do you know, I'd order chips just to dip in mayo. I don't like chips, but I'd need something to go with my mayo.
It's Hellmann's mayonnaise. Is that the front runner of mayonnaise?
Oh, do you know what? It's a bit of a funny one because I was Team Hellmann's, and now I'm Team Heinz, and I was so against Heinz. I said no, it tastes like glue, and my taste buds have just changed.
All right. The last time I mentioned Heinz to someone actually said,
laughed.
Not everything has to be Heinz. I was like, it's a brand, isn't it? You know what I mean? But yeah, mate, so what's it like being a healthy eater? Does it take a lot of...
Yeah, it does.
Does it?
Yeah, it was a switch. It actually happened more. My mum's big on organic stuff now, and I recently moved back home. and she's just organic, and she researched it to the nth degree, like she's a nutritionalist, but she's not. And so the house just gets filled up with good stuff. So then I end up eating it, and then I realise, looking at the back of food products, like E-numbers, gums, things that are really bad for you. So I feel guilty now if I eat terrible, and it's painful because you have to eat lentils and things that don't taste great, but you know they're good for you.
Yeah. When you see everything that's advertised on TV is all KFC, you can't get away on like Instagram. You're scrolling, it's like
you don't see lentils advertised.
You don't see lentils advertised.
No.
But yeah, you know, when I speak to people that are trying to eat healthy, they say that as soon as they have a burger, that's it. The floodgates open, and that's it. They just carry on eating bad. Do you allow yourself cheat days and things like that?
Yeah, of course I do. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I do feel guilty after eating them, but I've got to remember, like, sometimes it gets to the point where I'm completely starving, and I'm like, "There's a McDonald's there," and I'll go through and then I'll eat it, and I'll feel better because I'm not hungry, but I'll feel guilty because I know it's just not brilliant.
Yeah, it is hard eating healthy, so I hope it works out for you, Erica.
Thank you.
Let's see what else we've got. Do you take your phone with you when you go to the toilet?
At work, no, but if I'm at home, yeah. If I'm at work, I get looks like, "You're going to the bathroom?"
You don't take the phone with you at work and just settle down with a nice meal. Well, that's nice of you. It's nice to know you're working hard. But you do it. I'm getting a lot. Honestly, I'm getting 99% of people saying at home they take it with them.
Yeah, I think women and men though, when it comes to the toilet, they're both different. Like, men can go in there and spend the whole day in there, like it's a little day out for men. But women, they're in and they're out. You know, there's no messing around.
Apart from when you're getting ready for a night out, when you can't get in the bathroom.
Yeah,
that's your time.
Yeah.
Here's one for you. Do you like when you do have a cheat day? Do you order a lot of delivery and just eat and all that? So do you tip them, Erica?
No, I don't tip them.
Because I've had it sometimes when they give me the bag of food and they just sort of stand there waiting for the tip.
Oh yeah, no. Who carries cash around anymore?
No one carries cash.
And I don't tip because I know it doesn't go to them.
Yeah.
You know, I'm broke as it is. Like this corporate, no.
Yeah, well said. All the big charities, you go straight to heating the CEO swimming pool.
Yeah.
Well said. What are these text games everyone's playing, Erica? Do you play these text games? And you got ghosting. You got people, that say don't text back too soon. 2 texts in a row is a red flag. I had a girl tell me that she was really keen on this lad, and then he texted her, but she only opened it halfway so it'd stay unread. I mean,
I get
playing
that.
These games?
Do you know what? My phone is drier than it's ever been in my life, and not like past like so many years.
Yeah. Feel free to shout out your Instagram. Get in touch.
I deleted my Instagram, but I recently sort of re-logged in, but I don't really post any pictures. I went for like a year without Instagram and texting people, and it gave me the mental space to actually think of things. Like normally you're just thinking a phone, social, and I actually just got out and about and did stuff with my life. Yeah.
So your phone's
I'm still
dry,
doing.
but you're not the worst looking girl in the world, Erica.
Yeah. Thank you.
So your phone's dry, but there must have been a time when people were texting and that. I mean, do you play those games, or is it just like, would you rather meet in real life?
Yeah, no, 100% real life, because there's people like, it's like Tinder and dating sites. Like, I can't get my personality across a text.
Oh, well said.
I am terrible at texting. People think, "Oh, she's boring."
Well said.
And if we're not seeing face to face, it's about vibe for me.
Yeah, well said. Let's not even add anything to that, because you've hit the nail on the head.
Just pure vibes.
What star sign are you?
Aquarius.
I'm Sagittarius.
Okay.
Does that mean anything?
No.
So the question is, do you believe in any of this?
Yeah, I do. But the one thing that I really believe in is life path numbers.
Tell them what that is.
So a life path number, it's a calculation. I'm terrible with numbers, but if you Google what is my life path number, it'll bring it up. And then if you research the traits, characteristics, and what the future holds for your life path number, it's scary accurate.
What, in terms of telling you what might happen, or?
About the traits of yourself, and like it kind of tells you that this is the path you're on. It's not going to give you the details, but mine apparently is. My success is quite like towards not the end of my path, but it's a bit further on in the path. So I'm not seeing any sort of fruition of anything, manifesting or what I'm working towards.
Yeah.
I won't see it yet.
But does that encourage you to?
It makes
motivate
me feel,
you to go forward.
Yeah, of course it
encourages
does.
you to move forward because you know that
it's there.
It's there.
Even if it didn't say that, I'd still.
Yeah, of course, yeah. But would you encourage people to do that and search for what you did?
Yeah, 100%. I've had all my friends and family do it, and they're like, "That is so weird." Yeah.
What's it called again?
Life path number.
Life path number. All right, bear that in mind, people. So when it comes to like star signs, is that I've had people that like feel passionately and feel strongly that it's just like people cashing in, or like maybe vulnerable people.
It can be.
You know, is that? Do you think there's any truth in that?
I think that there are people that sort of. I think the world's becoming more awake as such now. You know, there's the whole remote working, flexible working. You know, it's work-life balance and. Just sort of on a spiritual level, I think people are sort of realising what's in food, what we're being, you know, brainwashed to believe. And
propaganda.
Yeah, I think everybody's waking up to that now. And I've completely forgot my point on what your question
just about
was.
The star signs and if is it all
so,
just cashing in on vulnerability?
Yeah, so I believe that some people sort of do, you know, fake the horoscope thing and say, I'll give you a reading and blah, blah, blah. And all. So, I do think,
Yeah. I mean, I've said this a few times now, but on Blackpool Promenade, you've got those fortune tellers.
Yeah.
And every, 20 seconds, every 20 seconds there's someone else there. And
I think that's all crap.
Yeah.
I think it comes to you when you're not looking and then believe that.
Yeah, so when... explain to people what being a spiritual person means, like the basics.
Everybody believes that being spiritual is just all sort of airy-fairy, and I definitely believed it was all airy-fairy.
Yeah.
And then I noticed like certain patterns of my mindset were changing, and then if I was believing in something, it was happening, and it's just sort of spirituality. I think spirituality is a religion in yourself, like you believing in yourself, like there's God and there's other religions, but I think spirituality is believing in yourself. I think you are the God as such.
Yeah.
So it's just sort of learning about yourself, finding out about yourself, and just like sort of tending to your own mental state. And you know, I can't even explain spirituality.
That's what being spiritual is to you. Well, feel free to search it up, people spiritual. But I have met a few people that when I ask these sort of questions to them, they just go, yeah, I'm a spiritual person. So
expand on that, you know?
Yeah. What do you think's in Area 51?
Oh, do you know what? I'm not even a conspiracy theorist, but I definitely think that there is some kind of alien situation going on there.
Yeah.
There's apparently leaked CIA documents floating around Instagram and TikTok. I'm not 100% how true they are, but I do believe it to some extent, because why are you bored? Like, why are you blocking off an area?
I know.
And why is it called Area 51?
Yeah, and why is there a sign saying if you come anywhere near, you'll get shot dead?
Yeah, weird.
It's a bit strange, isn't it? Have you ever written... so aliens is your answer to that? Is it, Erica?
Yeah.
Have you ever written lol in a message when you've not really laughed out loud?
All the time.
People do that, don't they?
Yeah, I just want to spread the lol, you know, even if I'm not feeling it. You can feel it.
Spread it. Well, this goes back to you saying you want to be around real people and that.
Yeah.
But then again, you're being... Is that throwing people... Is that still being true to yourself if you're saying lol and not really laughing out loud? Or is it not as deep as that, Erica?
I suppose it's not as deep as that, and I mean, I would lol if it's funny. I would lol, but the lol's passed by the time I've typed it, so it still counts.
Have you ever done an LMAO? That's a real belly laugh, isn't it? Or
yeah, but not anymore. It's more like lol.
Oh, with extra L's.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into some of these questions about relationships.
Okay.
You seem like a feisty character. What's the best way for a woman to let a man who's pursuing her know that she's not interested? What's the best way?
I would straight up say, listen, there's no vibe going on here, but I'm happy to be your friend, but I'm definitely not feeling you.
Yeah,
You gotta be upfront and honest. Like, who's got time to waste?
I don't know, but a lot of people, it goes back to the people playing these text games and ghosting.
No.
Ghosting, they call it now.
No, I don't do text games.
No.
I think you grow out of it, you know.
I thought you'd say that. What's the best time to meet someone new? And by that I mean, like, people think Christmas, we'll meet under the Christmas tree and the stars and all that. Is there a specific time that's best for meeting someone new?
The time that's best for meeting someone new is when you're not looking, because when you are looking and you fall for the first person, like me, for example, all of my exes fell for, because I was looking and I was bought into the false persona, the false everything about them, and it just didn't work out. They just weren't, and because I was sort of, I wouldn't say desperate as such, but because I was sort of looking for love and it was what I wanted at the time. And then so.
I see what you mean. If a guy asked you out in the street, would you think it was weird?
No, if I was feeling them, they'd only approach me because I'm instigating it mentally.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I had a girl say the other day that, and I thought it was a bit silly, but I can't really say that in the middle of speaking to them. I suppose I could, but I just anyway, she said, that no one should ever chat anyone up. And I've had girls say, I would never give my number out. And it's like, well, how are you going to meet people?
Yeah.
Are these women going to end up on Tinder when they're 80 in a rocking chair going, you know, looking back?
It's weird, Tinder and on my dating, because there's people on there that I've sort of matched and just through the looks, but in person they're not great. And I've been out and about and met people and thought, you know, I'm really attracted to you.
Yeah.
Because of the vibe they give off, and it's not even my type. So I don't believe in it. It works for a lot of people, but
yeah,
it doesn't work for me.
I had a question on my other set of questions that weren't on your set, Erica, so I apologise for leaving it off. But it says there, do you believe in positive and negative energy?
100%.
Now, I was going to say, I would think you would
100%.
say yeah.
I literally just thrive off positivity. But it's not, people think I'm just this happy person, but it all comes from pain. All of it, all of the happiness. I've been through really dark, shitty situations.
Yeah.
But I've always found the positive in it. So now I'm just positive because I know there's no reason to be negative.
Yeah.
Because it's always good. It's always going to be good.
It's a beautiful answer. What's the sexiest man's name?
Lyndon. It's just a really sexy name.
Alright. Well, I wouldn't know, but I'll take your word for it. What do you like most about men? So these are for people watching, these are the Saturday night questions that I ask women on Saturday night, but Erica has got a bit of a feisty personality, so I thought I'd throw some of these at you.
Well, the eyes, to go with other things, it works in like a combination of things, but the eyes, yeah, 100%. Some people just don't know what the fuck they're doing with their eyes.
They say undressing you with my eyes, don't they? People say
Not
that.
even just that, just the cheeky looks in people's eyes. I can read people's eyes really well.
Can you?
And when they've got, you know, a bit of energy in their eyes, I love that.
What about sunglasses? Does that throw you off?
Yeah, take your shades off, look at me in the face.
What's the biggest turn off? Have you ever been on a date and a guy's done something you're like, oh, that's it for me, I'm out?
Oh, yeah.
Please tell the story.
If somebody rapped to me once and I was like, yes, because I love rap.
Do you?
Yeah.
Rap's good, yeah.
And it was not good. Don't rap to people unless you're really close to them. Because
close to them as in this, or close to them as in like we've been friends for a long time?
We've been friends. I don't know what it is about it being so cringy. It's like if they started singing to you, like serenading you, like what?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, you get these. Have you seen these people on TikTok that hang around like outside Tesco and they rap, and no one can figure out if it's a joke or real?
No.
And it's absolutely awful. And that sounds similar to what you're saying.
No. What else is cringy? I love cringy weird things because it's like, oh, when they're getting out the car and the pants are slightly down and you can see the bum crack. That's an ick.
That's something that bothers you.
Yeah. Pull your pants up.
What about guys that on a sunny day walk around with a shirt on?
Oh, for God's sake, don't do that.
That doesn't do anything.
And you don't see me whipping my top off, do you?
No, I didn't see that.
And it's always like the really looking people that do it. Like,
bald
no.
head, belly.
Yeah. Yeah.
What if you had a six pack? Still no?
No.
Just because of the fact that, you know, you didn't need to do that.
You just didn't.
Hold on, my phone's gone off. Keep talking while I put them back on. Well, guys still do it though. Even after all these years, guys still do it, don't they?
Yeah.
I asked you about online dating, but what's a good first date for you, Erica? What would you like to do? You have this girl say, "Oh yeah, I'll do anything," and then when you say it, it's like, "Oh no, I don't want to do that." So, well, you tell us. You tell me what you want to do.
I don't like first dates.
Do you not?
No, I like chilling and like talking and finding out whether or not I like the vibe. I think dates are quite awkward. And you're like stiff like a plank, and you go up to the toilet and you're walking like, I think it's just a very awkward thing, personally.
So what would be your answer to that?
Chilling. Let's just chill.
What would be your substitution to a first date?
Maybe sitting in a pub or, I don't know.
With other people.
Again, like you can't hear, so.
No, you can't.
Let's get a takeaway, chill in one of our living rooms, talk, have a laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go looking for ghosts.
Possibly go ghost hunting, yeah.
Have you ever chatted up a guy, asked for his number?
Yeah, I do it all the time. Well, no, not all the time. I don't do it all the time, but I used to do it all the time.
Glad for you being honest.
I was sat in traffic once, and
in a car, not just sat in the road.
No, in my car, and I looked to the left of me and I saw this guy, and he was like if I could build a person, I would build this person. And he looked at me and I was like, excuse me, have you got a number? And he's like, me? And I was like, yeah. And all of his friends were like, what? And he's like, you want my number? And I was like, yes, I want your number quick before the lights go green. And he gave me his number and went on a date. Well, not really a date as such. It was short-lived and we weren't compatible. So
Alright, at least you tried.
I tried.
How did you get his number so quickly before the lights went green?
Because they were temporary lights, so they were on for absolutely ages.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Did he shout the number out and you wrote
Yeah,
it down?
in my I did.
I'm going to ask you this one. How do you feel about dick pics?
Do you know what? They don't really do anything for anyone, unless you kind of speak into the person and you kind of want to date them. But
I get different
it's a
answers to
no.
this. One girl said that she's happy with it because she wants to see what she's in store for.
Well, yeah, that is a good point because you don't want to
Be
be.
disappointed.
Yeah, it's a bad thing to say because size doesn't matter sometimes if you really like the person because when as some people
Compatible.
know, yeah, the sparks and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're more open to it than not.
I don't mind if you want to send me that. I'll have a gander and make my mind up and yeah.
All right. Have you ever used a guy, aka let a guy buy you a load of drinks and then just left?
Nobody buys me drinks. Nobody buys drinks anymore. There's no gentlemen left in this world. I'm quite disappointed to say that out loud, but it's true. Guys, step your game up, like, you know.
Gotta step it up, guys.
Come on. But we are going into a recession, so I understand.
Well, that's no excuse, Erica. The women aren't going into recession. They're not. You know, the women are still good looking, and you know, some nice women out there.
It is
So
a
the guys
pointless
shouldn't-
activity, though. You're wasting your money on someone that's not going to stick around. What's the point?
How do you know they're not going to stick around?
Because I'm a woman, we don't fucking stick around. we
What about
run.
the guy in traffic, you stick around for him. On the night out, the women aren't looking for just to get. They're with the girlfriends, having a good time. What are they thinking on nights out? What are they
Me and
thinking
my best friend, we go out to essentially pull, but we never end up actually pulling. We just want to see what's out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a laugh, a proper laugh. We just do random funny things. I pretend I'm French. She pretends
You
she's
do
called
look a bit
something
French,
else.
yeah.
I can speak a little bit of French.
You go on, give us something.
This was my GCSE.
That's not French.
Pour aller à la maison, je garde ma petite sœur le samedi parce que mes travail aussi des premiers chiens et je rentre ma chambre une fois par semaine. That was too fast for any French person to understand, so
Google translate that later.
slow it down.
The French accent's a big turn on for you?
No accent, except a London accent.
What's that? Like sounded like Del Boy from Only Fools North.
I love Delbar.
I do.
Oh, I love Delbar, yeah.
So put on some leopard skin underpants and a flat cap.
Yeah.
And then with a chance with you, that's nice to
I
know,
bet he
okay.
smells like Old Spice.
Yeah, I think he does.
That would be a turn off.
What's your opinion on people that have chosen to spend their entire life single, Erica? Apparently there's more people doing it.
Do you know what? I've been single now since I think it was last year. One of my long-term relationships ended, and I thought it was the end of the world. And now, you sort of realise that when you start to focus on yourself, when girls are in relationships, they tend to sort of invest in the guy rather than themselves.
Yeah.
And I'm really loving being single again.
Yeah.
You know, it's just empowering. I couldn't do it long term, and I don't really want a booty call.
No.
They're a waste of time. So yeah, for now I'm enjoying it.
That's good. A booty call's always a waste of time though. Surely you must have nights where you're like, oh come on, I'm up for it tonight.
Yeah, but it's for me now. I don't see it as, you know,
Because
what's
you're
the
so
word?
happy being single. You don't
Yeah, but then I realise it's becoming spiritual as well. You sort of see things in different lights, and I see it as an exchange of energy. And my last booty call, I felt like when we booty called,
Yeah.
I had no positive vibes left, and maybe they stole them.
Really?
I don't know. It's the only conclusion I've come to yet.
So, but you've decided you don't want to spend your whole life single though, because some people have actually thrown in a towel and said, that's it, I'm not even trying anymore.
They're the people that the person for them just smacks them in the face, walk up to them and they're like, shit, I'm stuck now, this is it. That's when it happens to people, when they decide it, yeah. God has other plans, the universe, whoever, yeah.
I was going to say, is God real?
I don't know.
No one knows, do they?
I believe in vibes.
Yeah.
Just go with the flow.
Last question now. I can speak to you all day, but we've got to round up at some point. What's your advice to the decent men out there that are trying to meet, a nice young lady?
Yeah.
I feel like you've been waiting for this question for all your life. Please.
The advice, I've got to have a little minute to think. So, men, you really need to be patient and understand that women, our hormones make us crazy, they make us energetic, they make us cry. A lot of guys, they're taken aback when a woman shows a bit of emotion, and it's like, we can't help it. So I think having patience for a woman, and I think what I would want from a guy is just somebody like that can be your best friend. They don't judge you, they don't make you belittle you, they just, I don't know.
There are some out there. Are you a big cuddler?
Oh, I fucking love cuddling.
Yeah, because I asked a girl on my Saturday night questions that I'm doing with you now. I said, what's your favourite thing about men? She said, I just love cuddling.
Oh,
all
I love
the time.
cuddling, being stroked, stroke my hair. Stroke my hair.
Stroke your hair. And when it comes to sex, like the girls need to be warmed up. They can't just do it at a drop of a hat. Is that true or not?
I don't really know. It kind of depends on the girl, I suppose.
Depends on the girl?
Yeah, 100%.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's been fantastic speaking to you, Erica.
Thank you. It's been great being on your little YouTube.
Yeah, it's been fantastic.
Love that.
It is. It is great. Maybe we can do a part 2 sometime. Who knows?
Yeah, I love podcasts.
Thanks to Erica. Leave a thumbs up, subscribe, everyone.
Yes.
See you later.
Bye.